lot of people think going vegan has to be a lot of money, has to be expensive, and that's totally not true, because to eat a healthy, wholesome vegan diet, really all you need to focus on is eating enough fruits, vegetables, whole grains, and beans. And those things can be the least expensive of everything. Cheese and meat is really expensive, even the vegan versions. However, the wholesome foods is really cheap. So in this video, I'm going to share with you 7 absolutely delicious, wholesome, colorful, nutritious vegan recipes that are cheap. And hopefully that will put to rest any more rumors of being vegan having to cost a lot of money. The cheapest things in life are beans. And when you're vegan, you should be eating a lot of beans. Actually, no matter how you eat, you should be eating a lot of beans. Beans are nutritious, they're full of iron, they're full of fiber, and they're full of protein. They will keep you full for a long time, and they're super duper cheap. All types of beans are super cheap. You can find them in all sorts of stores. They're even cheaper if you soak them and cook them yourself. But if you have to buy canned, that's fine too. One of my favorite very cheap vegan recipes is a simple black bean chili. To make a simple black bean chili, all you need to do is saute onions and garlic. You can saute peppers, also add tomatoes, and season it with chili powder and cumin. It is super duper easy. Add your black beans and you have a delicious and balanced meal, especially if you serve it over a whole grain like rice, or serve it with some cornbread, which everybody knows that's cheap too. I think that people think when they're eating on a budget, when they're eating cheap food, it's gotta be boring, it can't have a lot of flavor, but that's not the case. This broccoli with crispy tofu is just as delicious as something that costs a lot more money. It reminds me a lot of takeout of, like Chinese food, because the crispy tofu is like that deep fried tofu, but instead of deep frying it, I like to cook it in the air fryer or even on the skillet, just a pan sear, and then stick it in the oven. It makes it really nice and crispy. Speaking of takeout, my orange ginger chickpea stir fry is just like Panda Express orange chicken, but with chickpeas, and it's super duper cheap, easy to make. You make a simple orange stir fry sauce and you cook the chickpeas and the vegetables with it. I might make that tonight. It is so yummy and it's super cheap, costing under $1.50 per serving. Chili is one of the cheapest things you can make because it's just a bunch of beans and vegetables, onions and garlic. All that stuff is crazy cheap. But you might get sick of the same type of chili every single day if you're eating a lot of it. So why not switch it up? I like to make a sweet potato chili. You can do sweet potatoes in little cubes. It adds more flavor and texture to your overall chili. And then I also like to do a variety of beans. So at least 3 different types of beans for different texture and flavor and color. And so you don't feel like you're eating on a budget. You feel like you're eating just as well as somebody who is a millionaire, but you're spending less money on it. And chili is under $1.50 per serving. So whether or not you're on a budget, you should definitely be making this. I had to throw a salad into the mix here. Let's talk about this roast beet and carrot salad. So you roast the beets and the carrots and you serve it with massaged kale. Kale can be very inexpensive, or it can be kind of pricey. Sometimes it's better to buy the conventional produce rather than not eating any produce at all. If you can't afford organic, just buy conventional. It's still gonna be a lot healthier for you than eating a standard American diet or eating fast food or takeout. Just buy the conventional kale. So for this recipe, we do roasted beets and carrots on a bed of massaged kale. And for the massaged kale dressing, all I do is a very inexpensive and a very simple vinaigrette, which has vinegar in it, oil in it, a sweetener. Maple syrup is what I usually use, but if you're on a budget, you might want to just do some sugar in there. But you do you, boo. Do what works best for you and your budget. The last one is a simple Buddha bowl. I love Buddha bowls because you can make a whole bunch of different things. Some beans, some whole grains, maybe some rice, maybe some quinoa, maybe some millets, and a whole bunch of different vegetables, and you can put them all together in different bowls throughout the week. So that way you don't get sick of eating the same thing every day. It's basically a different combination. And to make the simple Buddha bowl, I usually do brown rice, beans, sweet potatoes, broccoli or some other very inexpensive vegetable, and a simple sauce on top. I love making a tahini sauce or doing avocado like guacamole on top. Here's a quick tip on sauces, because sauces add so much goodness and flavor to your meal, but sometimes the main ingredient for sauces like tahini or an almond butter, sometimes those ingredients are very expensive. However, you can make them yourself at home. For example, if you want to make a creamy tahini sauce, but tahini is too expensive, buy sesame seeds at the grocery store in bulk. They are very inexpensive. Toast them and grind them at home. You can grind them up in your food processor, or if you have a little Ninja blender, you can throw them in there, and you can make your own tahini and still make your delicious creamy sauce at a fraction of the cost. Those are my super cheap vegan recipes. I hope you give them all a try. I hope this was helpful to you. If you still need more guidance around saving money on your vegan diet, make sure you check out the resources down below. I have more videos, I have a playlist, I even have a full blog post with lots of tips on saving money, sticking to your budget as a vegan. Trust me, it can be done. Eating this way for the majority of the world is the budget way anyway. Eating vegan is like the budget way because in most places, meat and cheese are extremely expensive. So you're in good hands, you can do this, you can be vegan and you can save money. Check out all the links down below. If you have any more questions about being vegan and being on a budget, please feel free to ask them in the comment section down below. I'll get back to you, and if I'm not fast enough, someone from our Sweet Potato Soul community will certainly get back to you with a very good answer. So ask away, we are here to help you. So leave a thumbs up on this video, subscribe to my channel if you haven't already, and I will see you guys next week with another delicious vegan video. Thanks for watching, bye!